Hey guys, it's Devil. Welcome back to my channel. On this episode of God Guide, I'm going to be covering Cupid, the god of love. Now, his basic stats, he has above average HP 5, some average MP 5. He starts off with some really strong physical damage and great magical protection, but his physical protection as he levels will pass up his magical protection. So what that means for you is at the start of the game you want to try and square up against a caster, because you're going to take a lot less damage from a caster than you would a melee. And later on, you're obviously going to want to switch to melee. For his abilities, you're going to max out Heart Bomb, then Flutter despite the new nerf, and finally Share the Love, with points in Fields of Love as much as possible. Early game, you're going to start off with Heart Bomb and then Flutter and then Share the Love. Flutter is great for escaping bad situations and pursuing ganks, especially at the start of the game. It gives you an attack speed bonus, so it's really good for going in and just shooting a million rounds off really quick, or arrows, not rounds. Your goal with Cupid should be to support your team with random small heals while going for early ganks to get yourself fed early on. The more early ganks you get, the better off he's going to be in the late game, because you need to get that rush over your teammates, and that's what Cupid's good at. He has really good burst at the start of the game. Don't let his petite size and gayish outlook fool you. This little dude will shove an arrow up your ass. Alright, so lane strategy. He is a very good team player. He's really good at the dual lanes because of his healing and mobility. It makes him great for running with a melee player, because you can heal them, keep them up, they can keep your mana up. Your melee player will be in the fray, getting a lot of damage in. You just flutter in real quick, shoot off your arrows, and then you're gonna end up getting kills like that. Now, lane strategy with him, you're really gonna want to use his passive to get those early kills and to maximize damage. With Cupid, you're hardly ever gonna leave the lane, because you're gonna be building stacks for your passive off of the lane mobs. The passive, once you get to level 10, it hits like your next ability hits like 30% harder, I believe. And you can just build that off of the mobs, and then flutter up to the enemy, shoot a heart bomb into whatever god you're trying to kill. Hopefully your allies stunning them or whatever. You're probably going to get a kill. If he tries to run away, do a Fields of Love. If you stack your abilities on top of him, he's probably going to die. Now, even if you get chased into a jungle, have no fear, because his ultimate and Love Bomb will still do heavy work on enemy players that are stupid enough to follow you. Also, if you're in the jungle, for whatever reason, your hearts won't bounce into the jungle, which is an awesome thing. I'm glad Hi-Rez caught this glitch before it happened. That's a big mistake a lot of other developers would probably make. You can do the Fields of Love in the jungle, and the hearts will stay closer together, making them easier to gather up for you as you're running, because it's really hard when you're on the run trying to get away from an enemy and you pop Field of Love and you're trying to get the hearts, but they're in 3 different directions. So if you're in the jungle, it's a little bit easier. With gear is big for him. First, you're going to go with the Golden Bow, because it's decent price, provides movement speed and crit. You got Warrior's Tabby as number 2, gives you more movement speed, more crit, more power. You're just stacking the same thing. And then you're going to go into his attack speed, and this is where you're going to get those kills later on, because you're going to be firing like crazy fast. Queen's Blade, it gives you more attack speed to stack with Flutter, and it starts to go into killing tanks. Like if you're squaring up against a tank, it takes off 10% of their life. So if they're a tank, they are going to have a ton of life, so you're going to do more damage with that. It's still good against anybody else, and it gives you a massive attack speed bonus. Executioner stacks on a ton more attack speed, and then it gives you more power, and it punches through enemy defense, so you can also kill tanks no problem. You basically want to build it so that nothing can stand up against you. It's really easy to punch through enemy defense and enemy gear in this game, because from what I can tell, the DPS is way OP at the moment. The tanking gear really needs an upgrade. Maybe even remove the percentage based gear, because it just wrecks tanks. Tanks are almost useless. Deathbringer, it's going to make you a killing machine. It's also the most expensive, that's why I put it at the end. It's for the late game. You are going to kill everybody that you see. I don't know, Cupid's pretty easy to learn, he's pretty easy to play. With this guide, you will know how to kill him, know how to watch out for what he's good at. That's about it, guys. Make sure you thumbs up if you like these guides. I'm going to be doing more and more. I love you guys. Thank you. Talk to you later. Bye. Peace.